Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Loot from 5 Mil Slayer XP. Today is episode 5, and we ended off with Abbey Demons on the last task. We're at 1.7 mil Slayer XP, so we're getting to that halfway mark. I don't know, we could hit it this episode. Could be very easy. Let's try it out, and let's see what task we get. Oh, you and your special assignment. Can I just click off? Huh? Elves. Okay, 168 elves. And people said to kill these guys right here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. They have better drops, and I guess they're easier to kill. Plus, using mage is not new to me, but new to this video. Alright, time for some post-commentary, like we do during every task clip that I show. And elves were a decent task. They give the great XP and all the Slayer XP. People really like them. As money goes, these guys right here, you probably want to go to them if you want the money. They're better than the Ganodermic elves. These guys drop noted herbs, some limp roots, that's not a huge deal, but they also drop rune 2H and rune plate body, plus, of course, some charms, so go ahead and do that. But yeah, elves are okay. They can get a little tedious when they stun you, and it'll get a little annoying, but as for a skippable task, elves isn't really one of them unless you get them a lot. So, while we're still doing this task, I did want to talk about maybe some new content coming to my channel. I mean, this is the newest little piece of content that we have out, the new series. Now I'm thinking, alright, what does my account still need that I can do? What can I still do? So I'm thinking, alright, I could do a loot from something series, but, after this, who wants to see another one right away? Maybe in the future, but not right away. So I was looking at the quest that I didn't do, that I really want to do, and that's Ritual of Mythril. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, or Rotm, R-O-T-M. That's like the big quest, one of the biggest quests in RuneScape. It's a Grandmaster quest. It requires so many. I'll open it in the next clip and tell you how many quests I have to do in order to do that one. I only have around 80 quests done. I can look that up right now on the screen. But tell me if you guys would be interested in that. I can show my progress from doing the quest, me getting some levels up, that I need. Let's say I need 80 crafting. I already have that, but let's say I need 80 crafting. I'll record some of that progress. It'll be like a progress video, but it'll be devoted to that. So that'll be pretty cool. But I only have 80 quests completed, 8 in progress, and 120 not started. So that'll give you a little range of where I'm at. So let's move on to the next task, and we could talk a little bit more about this along with some other stuff. Alright, elves are done. This isn't all the loot. I banked a few times. Let's get our second task of the day. Mythril dragons, easy Slayer point task. Let's go ahead and do it. Now back to the Slayer series, what we're doing right now. I did make a little change. This episode will include 9 tasks, including all the, I guess you could say Mythril Dragons is a bad one, or a Slayer point task, that's what I like to say. It's going to include 9 tasks. I don't know if that's going to be the magic number, but we're going to try and include some more XP per task, and I think we hit 500k maybe this episode, maybe a little more, so that's not bad, that's pretty good. And if I get a clue drop from any of these guys, Elite or a hard clue, I will do that and show you the loot, of course. But I haven't gotten one yet. Mythril Dragons done. Let's get another task. Calgarian Demons, that's a new one. I recently hit 90 dungeoneering, so this is very new to me. I believe we use mage there. Staff of Light might not kill him quickly, but I hear it's amazing Slayer XP, so let's see actually how many did we get. 197, almost 100. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Back to some talk about the Ritual of Mythril quest. It's going to be a huge goal to go for because I have a total of around 40 quests to complete. And that includes some of the recipe for disaster quests. I don't know if those are side quests or actual quest numbers, like that'll give me a quest point. But if they are side quests that don't count as a quest point, then less than that. I have less than 40 quests to complete, but when I'm looking off the RuneScape wiki, 40 quests to complete, that's a whole lot. And some of the big ones, or big/annoying that I know of, one small favor, I hear that that's very annoying. Swan Song, I don't know if that's annoying. I did Temple of the one with the curse quest. I got that already done. That was my biggest quest goal I've ever done, other than Elf City. So I have all the elf quests done. I think Wild Gothic Sleeps is another one. There's tons of quests that I have to do. There's so many. But it'll be good, because I'm going to check the rewards right now as we're doing this Calgarian Demon quest. Which, oh, by the way, did it show the clip? Yeah, there it is right there. I got a title on my second kill. It's the Blood Chiller title. I don't know if that's... I know that it's very rare, because I looked at it in the wiki, and it said it was really rare. So, yeah, I kind of like that. I probably crossed off a comp rec or something. So let's look at the rewards for this quest. Tell me if you guys did this quest or you just had to go all out crazy on the quests. Tell me how it was, like if it was a big deal or not. I mean, I've done 80 quests. I've done them on multiple accounts too. So, I know what questing is like. But some of these hard quests that people have done a billion times over, I haven't done them. So as for rewards, you get Glaciers, you get Bane ammo, you can use new Barrows equipment. Oh yeah, you get more Barrows loot. You can get well, Glaciers is pretty much everything. That's what I want it for. I want it for that. I want it for the Barrows. I want it for the XP that they give. I want it just to have all those quests done. There's so many things that I want this quest to do. So again, tell me in the comments below if you would enjoy a series like this where I show my progress and my trials and errors and my rage moments while doing all these quests. So Calgarians, sadly I couldn't finish them. They just took way too long. Well, I would have finished them if I had a better weapon, but the Staff of Light didn't really do the trick. I got more than halfway through. But let's just get another task. If you're going for 99 Slayer, definitely go ahead and do them, because they give awesome Slayer XP. So let's see what we get. Grotworms. We can do that. That's a nice and easy, simple Slayer task, I guess. Slayer point task. Now for some Grotworms. I believe these Grotworms were not heavily botted, but they actually had some bots here. And people like these guys, one, because they gave decent XP, but that's not really it. It's for the money, of course. They used to drop a lot of rune items, and they still kind of do. There's a rune item over there, a long sword to the left of me, adamant or noted. So they drop some stuff, and it's pretty crazy, but it's not botted. You don't see bots here anymore. They're also very easy to kill. So Grotworms, well, bots in general, people say that there's lots of bots on RuneScape, but there really aren't. Jagex has done so much to get rid of bots lately, and it's a good percentage bots. Obviously, I don't know. I don't want to say 95% real players, 5% bots, because I don't know these actual numbers. But trust me, for the people that think this game's heavily botted and they don't want to come back to RuneScape because of that, it's not. So come back to RuneScape. It's a lot of fun. Bots are not, but there aren't as many bots. You can trust me on that. New task time. Let's see what we get. Daggonoths. I always say, I did say if we get Daggonoths, I will do it, because I skipped like 3 tasks already. So let's go ahead and do it. I don't know about DKs, but I'll do Daggonoths. I do need some charms. Now, I don't want to do the Daggonoth Kings, one, because I have a Staff of Light and a Royal Crossbow, and Drygors. The Drygors are okay, but I would love Ascension Crossbows or a Noxious Bow, or a... Noxious Staff or Seismics, but I'm not going to get Seismics. It's going to be a Noxious Bow for sure. Or a Chaotic Staff. If I had that, that would be cool. Or a Attuned Crystal Staff. Stuff like that. Then I would go to DKs, but I don't really want to, because, I don't want to. It takes too long. I could kill them efficiently and stay there for a good long while, but the Staff of Light is just really annoying to use. The Royal Crossbow is okay, it kills quickly, but not quickly enough. It doesn't do as well as my Drygors. And speaking of offhand weapons, like an offhand Ascension Crossbow and Drygor weapon, Munkelzunky did a video, and of course he did test this on QBD, which is not the most consistent boss, because it has phase changes and all that good stuff. But he was testing tier 90 offhand weapons with tier 1 and like tier 5 weapons, or 50, like an offhand rune mace with a Drygor mace, or bronze mace. So it's pretty crazy. I'll talk more about it in the next clip, but on to another Slayer task. Alright, time for a new task. I got my nephew with me, so you might hear him speak. Let's see what we get. And Cal fights. I said I don't want to do those. I don't. That's the one task that everyone likes that I don't want to do. Let's see. Next task. Shadow creatures. That's a new one to the series. Let's go ahead and do that. So back to the offhand talk and main hand talk. Offhands are broken. You know, from looking at that video and sort of experience of using offhand Ascension crossbow, I've used an offhand Ascension crossbow, but I usually go main hand chaotic if I have an Ascension crossbow. But anyways, he was using a main hand Ascension with an offhand bronze crossbow, and he tested them both at QBD, offhand Ascension and offhand bronze, and got around the same kill with the same phase changes. He got 2 blue QBDs, so it was sort of similar. It was sort of a good test. He should have done that on KBD, to be honest. But yeah, what are you gonna do? I mean, he could do another video. Who knows? So it's they are broken. I mean, you're getting the same kills. You're getting the same time or close to the same time with an offhand bronze item compared to the tier 90, variant. So they need to buff those things a little bit, I think. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. That's going to be sort of your question of the day. But yeah, that's kind of crazy that happens. But whatever, let's just go ahead and continue on our Slayer tasks. Alrighty, time for another task. The Shadows one was pretty nice and quick. Let's see, Elves again. I didn't really like these elves too much, so I'm going to skip it, and we had them today, so let's try and get something different. So far we got a lot of new tasks today. I don't remember what Grotworms, we did that already. Come on, we need to get something new for this episode. Just for you guys, Ganodermic creatures, okay, that's cool, because last episode, for some reason, it failed to record them. So now I can actually record some of them and show you their awesome drops.
Not us, maybe maybe it's not in the cards tonight,
She said some days I feel like shit.
Ever since I was going for 99 Slayer or just a high Slayer level, I never thought, like, I'll get this high to 95 for Ganodermics. I thought Ganodermics was the best thing ever. No, it isn't. Like, QBD would probably be the best boss to do for Slayer. I would think maybe KK if you have a huge team. But as for just Slayer and just the look at Slayer, I thought Ganodermics were just the perfect creature to be that high level, because I thought it was so prestigious with the armor that you can make out of it, and really they kind of are. Like, I was surprised by their drops, because I never get Ganodermics. I've had it before a few times, but now I've been starting to getting it a lot more. Not a lot, but recently. Plus with Morvran and all. So the drops that they give are like magic seeds, palm tree seeds, and papaya tree seeds, and they're all 200k plus, and you get a lot of them. So it's a nice 1.5 mil each task, and they're really easy to kill. And if you had something better than a Staff of Light, this task would go by so quickly. So I'm going to end off my Ganodermic talk here, because this video is getting really long, and we still got 2 more tasks to go for. Alrighty, time for another task. Let's see, Mutated Jadinkos. That's a nice easy task. It's great combat XP if you guys haven't done Mutated Jadinkos before. You kill them really easily, especially with a stab weapon like rapiers, or I think they're weak to stab, but it's just really good combat XP if you're working towards the 99 strength or attack. So go ahead and do those. Like I said in the clip before, these guys are great combat XP. Just hitting them with your stab weapons is amazing. I thought these guys were really cool. They're really cool looking. They're a cool looking monster. And if you're looking for elite drops, this is probably the place you want to go. And sadly, I didn't get an elite drop. So, we'll have to wait and see if we get a clue drop this whole series. But I'm sure we will. But yeah, these guys aren't too interesting. They drop noted herbs. They're a nice, fun, easy task to do, especially if you're a melee kind of guy like me. I like range a lot and magic, but melee is probably my favorite. So yeah, these guys are nice to kill. I mean, nothing else to say. I just realized this is our 8th task. this episode. I know we had some quick ones like Daggonoths and Mythril Dragons, but someone did comment saying they want maybe more XP per episode. And so far, for the past 4 episodes, I've been averaging around 425k XP. And we hit that already this episode. We just hit that. So let's do one more task, depending on what it is. And we'll see where we stand. So Mythril, that's a very weird task. I mean, I know what it is. It's pretty much ghetto Abbey Demons, so let's just hope we get Abbey Demons next. Errant, okay, yeah, that's a good one. That'll definitely boost up XP. So let's go ahead and do that. Get some nice drops and tons of money from that. And finally, Errants. I have a love and hate relationship, like I said a few episodes ago, because they just take forever to kill. Maybe not forever, just I have Bandos, so power tier 70 power armor, and Bandos is sort of just the thing that everyone goes for. And Drygors, so, you know, they're not that bad. And they kill pretty quickly, but Errants just have that defense boost where you just can't hit them for a really long time. And that gets annoying after a while. But their drops are really good, and that's what keeps me coming back. If they had horrible drops, I would never do these guys unless I was going for 99 Slayer, which I'm not. So yeah, Errant, never skip the task. But if you hate long tasks and you don't have, 90 tier or tier 90 weapons, don't bother doing this task. But I did it for the sake of the drops and those Errant bones. And that will be the last task, so let's get into the price check for this episode. So looks like that's going to be it for this episode. We're going to do the price check, of course, my favorite part, and it's really fun to do price checks. I don't know, I obviously know why it's money, but it's just really cool to see all those items coming together. So we ended off at 2.2 Slayer XP. Hope you guys can see that. I know it's very white around here. I can't get a good spot. It's right there. 2.2 mil Slayer XP. That's around 550k XP this episode. I tried to do something a little different this episode, just getting more XP than usual. Maybe do a few more tasks, so that means more money and more XP per episode, so we could speed things up a bit, because we are on episode 5. We're nearly halfway, and this would be a really nice 10, maybe 11 episode series. So if we can get it to that, I'm completely fine with that. And having a series done, completing a series on my YouTube channel, whenever I do, it just feels great. Completing something, having a playlist for it. So let's get into it. The price check, I'm going to price check all of this, other than the broad arrow tips, of course, maple logs, from here down. So let's get started, and I'll show you every inventory. First inventory is a total of 21.6 mil. That's the biggest first inventory we've ever had, and I think it has to do with these seeds right here. Definitely bumping it up a mil, plus all the bones. Yeah, there's a lot of good drops here. Second inventory is a total of 14.9 mil. That's also a great number. I'm just adding it up in my calculator. So let's go ahead for the third inventory. And time for our third inventory. There will be a fourth inventory, but it only includes 3 items, so I'll do that in this clip. 14.2 mil. Wow, that's really good. Alright, 14.2 mil. We're at 50.7. Let's bank all of this. Take that out. Keep that in there, and we'll just withdraw 1957k. Price check. And that is 2.15. So, plus 2.1. I don't know why I said 5. That's 52.8 mil for this episode. That's really good. So right now we're at an average of, we're at an average of 10.5 mil an episode, which is just awesome. Slayer, the best moneymaker in this game in my opinion. It's lots of fun. You can sort of go slow on it if you wish, but it's still the best money. It's very consistent, this skill. I love it so much. Let's see our total Slayer XP. I'm curious. 16.5 mil XP. That's really good. I hope to get 20 mil, after the series is over. But, yeah, this is going to be it for this episode. Again, 52.8 mil this whole series. Not bad. Getting 100 plus mil for the entire series would be awesome. But yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below and tell me what I can do to improve on this episode. And I will see you guys next time.